It's currently 9:32 p.m. Here's where I am currently on the Moogle Polystream drawing project. I primarily worked on it during the morning to early to mid-afternoon hours, first making an adjustment to the shape of this arm, then doing some outlining for this leg, and then I decided to draw grass at the bottom, first by using this Sharpie marker to create a sort of line at the very bottom, and then using this end and then this end in order to do the blades of grass themselves. Using this to create the blades, and then using this tip to make the tips of the blades of grass. And then, after I recall falling asleep around 3:30 p.m. and waking up about 3 hours later, later on I did a bit more work on first finishing the grass in my mind, and then doing more work on outlining that leg of the Moogle that I'm currently drawing. Well, technically what I'm doing right now is playing through the current Odyssey on Bloons Tower Defense 6. As I did that while the August 13th and my dinner video was rendering. And after this, I'll start uploading the video. But I do have plans to keep working on the Moogle Polystream drawing project, while also running Forge and Fortune in the background on a tab that's on a separate browser window. The game is on Kongregate. I earned a couple medium badges on that game today. And I'm also doing some work on my Skyrim mod list. I did those things in the morning and the afternoon hours too. How Forge and Fortune works is that you let the game run in the background while you send teams of heroes off to dungeons to collect the resources you need to forge various equipment. Once you've forged certain pieces enough times, you'll be able to complete the merchant orders associated with those items and then master those items either afterwards or while doing that. And then until you feel you've made enough equipment improvements to your team of heroes, to your heroes, you move on to the next items until you've mastered all of the recipes associated for the level you're currently on. And then hopefully by that point, you'll be able to send a team of 4 heroes to defeat the boss and move on to the next level or tier of items you can forge. And as you go on, you'll unlock some additional features, such as the ability to fuse items, fuse 3 of the same item rarity in order to get a higher rarity. Though this costs gold and you have market perks to purchase, so you'll need to make some sales. Not only completing the merchant orders, but also some sales outside of that. But that's pretty much how the game works. I have plans on going to bed around 2 in the morning or so. Hopefully I won't have any problems falling asleep. Despite sleeping during the late afternoon and possibly the early evening hours. I'm hoping to fully get back on a good sleep schedule where I sleep during the night and get enough sleep so I don't feel tired at any point prior to the night. And I feel I'm making progress towards that. And once I get to that point, I'll make an effort to stay at that point. And I slept a few hours during the first hours of today. I recall waking up around 4:30 in the morning. Then around 6 in the morning, I had what Dad called a kebab stick. Which was basically a Slim Jim with pieces of mozzarella cheese embedded within it. With my first cup of plain coffee. The kebab stick was pretty good. I recall having roughly 3 cups of plain coffee from 6 to 8 in the morning. Around the same time I had the kebab stick, I then had some candied pecans from a heart-shaped nut cravings box that my mom got me. I don't recall exactly for what holiday. Most likely Easter, I would say. And also, what little was left of an oldish bag of sour cream and onion Lay's potato chips that my dad gave me. And I recall getting just a handful of smallish handfuls. Then around 12:45 p.m., I had some of the leftover pasta that Dad's mom made for us the other day. She also made this. I had the leftovers with a glass of whole milk, like I'm doing right now. Only I'm using different glasses, a different glass from what I use for lunch. And then around 2 p.m., I had a vanilla drumstick ice cream. Basically, an original drumstick novelty ice cream. I'm not sure if you actually can refer to a drumstick ice cream as novelty, but how I feel about it currently, if it's something that would be sold from an ice cream truck, you can probably refer to it as a novelty ice cream. I think the general rule is if it has a trademarked name, it's a novelty ice cream. And drumstick is a trademark. This is pretty good. Here's where I am currently on Elvenar. Oh, I forgot. I recall in the afternoon looking for and finding this new exact Sharpie marker, this color of an ultrafine Sharpie marker from Mystic Gems color pack of ultrafine Sharpie markers that are still all new in its original packaging within my room, since I haven't needed those new Sharpie markers yet. I only looked for and got this one since the old one bleeds a little too badly for me to make precise lines with it. It's only really good for coloring.